Good morning, everyone. Tip of the morning to you. This is Agents of Change, the second interview that Charlotte has very kindly agreed to do. And we're going to go straight in today onto the tools. A recap of yesterday, we were talking about the effect of stress in our lives and in our bodies. And obviously, I think there's not one person that would not agree with the fact that we need to de-stress, okay? So we've been a little bit stressed, haven't we, trying to get the technical things working. So
yeah, I'm definitely a therapist.
Yes.
I'm not a Facebook expert.
So that's been good to actually play with our stress levels and try and reduce our stress levels and keep calm. So
Yeah.
what are you going to share with us today?
Yeah, okay, so we touched on yesterday that the key is, the idea is bringing it back to ourselves, becoming aware of ourselves and how we feel, what thoughts are going on in our minds. And doing that, the best way to do that is through breathing. Okay, that's the first step. And it sounds so simple that it makes it complicated for a lot of people. But really, honestly, truly, it is where it needs to begin, okay? And it is just the beginning. But harnessing our breathing just helps the body know that it's safe. The blood can begin to flow better around the body more evenly, and we get rid of the brain fog. We can think more clearly. We sleep better, we eat better. Everything starts to even itself out. The body actually starts to heal itself as well.
Wow. So do you, just a quick wee question for our listeners, is the technique that you're going to, or the techniques that you're going to show us today, is it something that works from day one, from minute one? Is it something that you can get better with with time? Is it something that, how would you recommend to use that? Is it daily? Is it as you go through your day? I know that sounds a bit of an Irish question, to be fair.
Well, you are Irish.
Yeah, in that, because we breathe. I mean, it occurred to me, how can we practice this? Well, we do breathe all day, every day, but it's that we're not consciously breathing.
Correct. Yeah, it's bringing in the consciousness.
So we're bringing in we're actually breathing consciously. So it's something that you could do on a train, you could do it on a bus, you could do it driving your car, you could do it whilst you're in a meeting, you could do it while somebody is actually touching those emotional buttons that are making you have those heavy emotions or funny reactions. So breathing is something that, what you're going to show us is something that we can use all day, every day.
Yeah.
And the more they use it, the calmer you will become.
The calmer you'll become, and also the more automatic it becomes as well. So in the beginning it can be really difficult, and for some people it doesn't happen instantaneously. For some people it does. I was at school the other day and I was working with some children, and for a lot of them it worked immediately. That's children, they tend to pick these things up quickly.
They're little sponges, aren't they?
Yeah, but then for others, you know, they felt that it didn't work, that they had tried it in the past and that it didn't work. So it really is, it does take some time, not a lot of time. So what I recommend is, to get people started, is twice a day for 3 minutes. There's a couple of different types of breathing exercises you do. Well, actually there's hundreds. And you can go on YouTube and you can look up, if one of these ones doesn't suit you, you can go out and find other ones. Any kind of conscious breathing is going to help, okay? So the breathing that I recommend is in the morning before you get out of bed. Set your countdown timer either on your phone, or actually get a countdown timer for 3 minutes. And practice this breathing technique of breathing in for 4 seconds, holding it for 7, and breathing out for 8. Okay, so it's called the 4-7-8 breathing technique. There's lots of big CEOs that use it. You know, there's been TED Talks about it. I haven't invented this. It's a well-renowned, it's well used, it's very popular for other therapists to use with people with panic attacks and anxiety attacks. Okay, and it kind of has two functions. So one it does create a rhythm for the heart and for your circulation.
Right.
And the second thing it does is it stops those thoughts. You can't count and overthink at the same time. You can't count and have the panicking thoughts at the same time. So in the beginning it can be difficult, but by doing the counting, it gets the thoughts to slow down.
Would you like to lead us through a meditation right now?
Yeah, so because it doesn't need to be slow, and in the beginning there are people that struggle to hold it for 7. That's fine if you want to hold it for 5, and if you want to breathe out for 5 or 6 rather than 8, fine. You know, typical side effects, not side effects, but typical things that happen to the body, tingling sensations, perhaps feeling out of breath. Just sit with it, sit with those sensations. That's the body finally being able to release the stress and the tension, and finally, you know, it hasn't had a rhythm, so it's like training the body that it's okay.
Wow.
Yeah, and sitting with it. So if you feel heavy, tired, again, sit with it. If you can spend a few more minutes with it, it will work better. It, you know, it's releasing. Imagine how much energy it takes to hold in all that stress and that tension. When it's finally released, it can be really tiring. So yeah, if you can sit with it, it will pass. It's energy. It has to move.
So we're talking about 3 minutes when we get up and 3 minutes before we go to sleep.
Yeah, at least. At least.
And it's called 4, 7, 8.
Correct.
And that's counting for 4, breathing in,
Inhaling for 4, holding it
for 7, and then releasing for 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll count you through because it's not slow. You know, it can be quite quick.
Well, can we do it now then?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Let's go.
So the best thing to do is if you put your hand on your chest. In fact, even if you don't have time to do the 4, 7, 8, just putting your hand on your chest and being consciously aware that your hand is on your chest helps. Just spend a few seconds doing that right now. Automatically you begin to breathe deeper. And just notice how that feels immediately in just a couple of seconds.
Feels good.
Yeah, you feel calmer.
Yeah.
I mean, I can feel the atmosphere in the room has changed. It's calmer.
Yeah.
Probably from all our stress about worrying about Facebook. Okay, so the 4, 7, 8 breathing technique. You're going to inhale for 4, hold it for 7, and release it for 8, and I will count you the speed. Okay, so inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, release 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, release 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Release 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Like I said, if it's difficult in the beginning, you can reduce the seconds. That's okay. Adapt it to how you want. Another good one is to imagine a square, and you have 4, 4, 4, and 4. And you breathe in for 4, you hold it for 4, you breathe out for 4, and you hold it for 4.
Okay, it's. I hope that our listeners have tried the technique at the same time as I was doing it now with Charlotte. I actually find it a bit strange because I will do some breathing techniques, but I breathe in with yoga. I breathe in the same time as breathing out.
Yeah.
And then we have that little bit of a rest where we hold when we've breathed out, if you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So it's retraining, and it's good because we are rewiring our brain.
Exactly.
And I think that these techniques, something that's different is also new, and that's essential for our human existence, that we actually are moving forward, learning new things. So I found it strange, but yeah, as you said, there was a very big calm space created in the room whilst we were focusing on that.
Yeah.
So that was beautiful. So guys, I hope our listeners have tried the technique 4, 7 and 8. I like the idea of the 4, 4 and 4 as well. Okay, that's beautiful.
Yep, it's really good because with the inhale, we're breathing in the oxygen. We're oxygenating our bodies. And then with the exhale, we're releasing the toxins, the stresses, the tensions. So,
would you take this to another level as far as, would you do it with an intention, like I'm breathing in love, I'm breathing out stress? Would you use that? Would you say, right, initially just concentrate on the breath?
Yeah, initially just concentrate on the breath. We'll definitely move on to visualizations, but for now focus on the counting. The key is the thoughts. They're what cause us the stress.
Okay.
And so a little bit of space between us and those thoughts is what we need. And so the breathing not only helps physiologically, but it also helps psychologically as well.
So it's almost better than a glass of wine.
It's definitely better than a glass of wine.
Being Irish, I have to bring alcohol into the combo, don't I? No, joking aside, I find that very relaxing. I found that very calming, which I'm going to, and I don't think I want to limit it just to morning and evening. I think I'm going to do this exercise as I go through the day, guys. At any point that I feel a little bit more stress. I think, to go back to your video yesterday, I think one of the key words in all of this, in all of personal growth and development, is being aware. The key expression yesterday was just be aware of how you feel. If you are feeling stressed, then connect to the 4, 7 and 8. Or the 4, 4 and 4. 4, 4 and 4 technique.
4 fours.
4 fours. Okay.
4 by 4.
And I think that those two techniques. So we'd love some feedback, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
You know, how you're finding this, guys, and you know, if you're actually, it's a small commitment. I remember reading something that Tony Robbins said, that if you don't have 10 minutes a day for you, you don't have a life.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't have 3 minutes when you wake up in the morning to conscientiously and consciously breathe and give yourself that gift, and then of an evening to calm yourself at least before you go to bed.
Yeah.
And does this actually help you relax in the sense of sleeping better? Quality of sleep?
Yeah, absolutely. Because again, the body is coming back to a point of safety. And it's okay, I'm safe, I can sleep. So, but again, you know, it takes practice. Some people it will work for straight away, other people it won't. That's okay. Any problems, you know, if you're finding that it's not working, then definitely reach out to Karen, reach out to me, and I'll go through it with you. That's, you know, don't be one of those people that just says, oh, it doesn't work, or oh no, I can't do it. It's something to do with me. It's something that can be resolved.
It's what I also remember from another mentor of mine, Robin Sharman, and he says that our day is our life in miniature, and what we're committed to on a daily basis, it's not the great magic Harry Potter wand, as I say, of the transformation doesn't happen overnight, it happens daily.
Yeah.
And if you commit to just this, it's just doing this twice a day, it's 6 minutes a day. You're giving yourself this gift. You're also putting it out to the universe that I'm worth it. And it's just one small step in the right direction of your calm, of your being able to be more productive. We had the conversation, I had a team meeting here with a couple of my co-workers, a couple of my accountants this morning, and I was actually telling them to breathe. that instead of getting themselves in a lather, as we say in the north of Ireland, just breathe, guys. Chill on this. And, you know, one of them actually said, when I get into a panic, he recognised when I get myself into a stressful panic, I'm less productive. So if you're a worker and you need calm, we all need calm. If you're a boss, you need to lead with calm as well. And that calm will come from just simply doing this exercise. So I can't stress, in a good sense, I can't underline this enough, that de-stressing is so essential.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, so many illnesses are born from stress. So, and you'll just to just generally enjoy life better, to be more peaceful, to be happy, and make
to make the change. At the end of the day, we're talking of agents of change. These interviews will continue with people that have something beautiful to share and tools and gifts that that people need, and that, you know, we listen. If you still listen to the news, guys, you listen to the news and such horrendous stressing. You know, you're listening to just rubbish and shit all the time, and it's negative rubbish.
Yeah, we're being fed.
And we are being fed stress. Let's change the world one person at the time. The only person that you can change is yourself. Yeah. And this positive change is something that you have a choice. You can make the choice to invest 6 minutes in you on a daily basis, or just sit in your own victim mode and just let life whiz by and repeat. To coin a phrase that Robin Sharma uses, you're repeating the same year. You're repeating the same year 70 times, and that's a very sad space to be in, that at the end of 70 years you've lived your life repeating the same things day in, day out. Allowing, this is a point of change, of positive change in people's lives, with something so simple that we all do anyway. Yeah. We all breathe. We have to breathe, guys, so why not breathe conscientiously and consciously? So thank you so much for sharing these couple of tools with us.
You're welcome.
Can you remind everyone how to connect with you?
Yeah, so on Facebook I've got Charlotte's Effective Therapies. On there's a link to my website. Obviously you can message me on Facebook too. There's my phone number if you want to WhatsApp me. I think that's every which way.
Good. And will we be sharing in the future some new tools, some different tools?
Yeah, I mean, this is just the beginning, so it does go on from there. There's things like journaling, and also I'm going to put in some links to a couple of guided meditation or guided hypnosis recordings to help really release some anxiety and stress.
Yes, because we need to remind folks that you're not just some mad hatter, mad Irish woman talking about positivity. You're actually a qualified analytical psychotherapist and hypnotherapist. So you really know your stuff, and that comes from working with people and helping people move through this type of thing over many years.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, all of that can be found on my website. All of my qualifications.
Well, thank you again so much, and I'm certainly going to put it into practice to consciously breathe 3 minutes in the morning, 3 minutes in the afternoon, and as many times as I need. So thank you so much for that, my love.
You're welcome.
All right,
thank you.
So guys, I hope you've enjoyed yesterday's and today's interview, and we'll hopefully be able to share another interview perhaps sometime in January.
Yeah, perfect.
And we'll hopefully have the Facebook posting, live video posting
might even
thing.
Be able to share, and I can do it from my house.
That would be absolutely amazing. Although it's lovely to feel your energy here at the office today. Okay. So have a great day. Be love, serve love, and make a positive difference, starting with yourself. Be an agent of change in your own life. Much love.
Bye.